I'm up by 3 with 4 seconds to go in the game. I put Luol Deng on the free throw line. He makes the first free throw. And as you can see in this replay, he makes the second free throw. Now, instead of me being able to wrap this game up, inbound it, get fouled, make the free throws, the AI decides that they can't lose this game. So instead of me getting the ball, which has to happen after a made shot, you have to switch possessions, the Bulls are actually giving the ball again. It goes through the hoop, and the Bulls take it. They pass it to Camby, and Camby inbounds it to Heinrich. And let me tell you that Heinrich makes this game-winning shot. This is not the inbound glitch. This did not happen the entire game. It only happened right at the end. The AI has the ability to turn on a switch to cheat when they need to. This is unacceptable. This animation needs to be taken out of the game. 3 separate plays. I showed you the exact same thing. I'm on a fast break, and the defense will bump me from one side, and somehow that causes me, that triggers an animation for me to just be taken right out of the play. Now, this is on a fast break, and I'm obviously going straight, and you're hitting me from the left side and you're pushing me right. So how am I going to go to the left when you're pushing me to the right and I'm dribbling with my right hand? That doesn't make any sense. This animation needs to be removed because this animation doesn't work correctly. I see what they're trying to do. I think they want to use this for a pick and roll. If the screener's man steps out and you're trying to get around, I can understand this happening then. Right here, I can understand you at this point going around that screen man like this. But in this situation, this animation doesn't make any sense. This is unacceptable. I just want to say that right off the bat, all of these fast break replays, it doesn't bother me if I don't get the easy 2 points, because every fast break doesn't always amount to easy points. But what is happening on these fast breaks is unacceptable. And on this replay, you can actually see that I do score. But my problem is with his running, as you can see right now. He's running like someone is right next to him, pushing him, bumping him, running alongside of him, trying to steal the ball. As you see his shoulder, he's dribbling like someone is there. So he has his shoulder out and he's, taking these steps. And he's dribbling slower because he's trying to control what's happening. But there's no one there. And this animation almost always allows the defense enough time to catch up because you're going to run slower when you're doing this. And on this replay, unfortunately, that doesn't happen. But I know that if you've been playing this game, it's happened to you. I've been on fast breaks with Chris Paul, Tony Parker, Barbosa, a lot of fast players. And this is what will happen. I will start doing this weird animation that doesn't make sense because no one is near him, and the defense will catch up to me. So this is another instance of the new animations in the game that don't work properly, and they should be removed, because if you don't know how to make it work properly, then you shouldn't have it in the game at all. This is unacceptable. This right here is ugly. This play is done. It's ruined. It's over. It was a waste of time. And there's no point in even running plays in this game. 2K was bragging about the spacing in their game. They were promising that they improved the spacing so that your offense can run smoothly. But this play is a disgrace to basketball because this is elementary, this is simple, this is fundamental. So Duncan is being double teamed because it was a huge mismatch, and Harrington had no chance of guarding Duncan. So they bring the double team, and I'm waiting on this. So as soon as they're occupied with Duncan, I'm passing it to Crawford. And Crawford is wide open. So this should be a shot, a drive, something. But when I make this pass, for some reason, Tony Parker is coming over. And by doing that, he brings his defender right in my face. Monta Ellis is right in my face. So this play was just a wasted play. And this is the Spurs, and that's Tony Parker, and this is their plan. This is their offensive plan. This is what they do every game. They post up Duncan, he dominates, and he demands the double team, and then he passes out of the double team, and they get shots from his double team. And there is no way that Parker would be dumb enough to come over here, because even if Monta Ellis rotates over to Crawford, it wouldn't matter, because then I could just pass it right here. And then Tony Parker could drive, or if this guy comes over, then I could pass it to him. And this problem did not exist in 2K8. And for proof, I actually have a video up called Double Team Duncan, and it was from NBA 2K8. And I would always get a shot or something. Even if I didn't make it, at least I'd get something open. But this year, this is just a disgrace to basketball. And there's just so many things about 2K9 that don't make sense to me, because last year these problems didn't exist. And it seems like the features took a hit this year. For example, Game Track last year had every play of the game. If you fouled somebody, you could find when you fouled them. If you stole the ball, you blocked the ball. If you got a rebound, if you tipped the ball out of bounds, whatever. It was in the Game Track at the end of the game. But this year, only the offensive plays are in the game at the end in Game Track. And that doesn't make any sense. And that basically tells us that 2K does not care about sim basketball. They only care about the flashy little offensive animations that they added in this year. This is unacceptable.